Thank you, Janice. Good morning, everyone. I'm Kathy Harper, Director of Development with Easter Seals Hawaii. And as of today, I have a news release to prove it. The Easter Seals Hawaii and the Ark of Kauai have joined operations. And this has been quite a milestone, and thanks to Josh for giving me this momentous day, because it was really quite a lengthy process, fascinating, challenging, frustrating, enlightening, humorous, mystifying, mind-boggling, and ultimately successful for all of those we serve on the island of Kauai. About a year ago, Ellen Ching, who is the ED of the Ark of Kauai, she's been with the Ark for 18 years, approached her good friend Anastasia, who works for Easter Seals Hawaii. Anastasia is our VP of programs. And Ellen wanted to retire. And Ellen looked around and said, I'm of retirement age, or approaching it anyway, no offense to Ellen. And her 3 senior managers did not have the interest or experience to take over. So just an unexpected thing to think about is succession planning. I know a lot of organizations don't think of it as a priority, but it is truly important for long-term sustainability. So Ellen approached Anastasia, who came to our Senior VP of Operations, Norman, who went to our CEO, John, and preliminary conversations took place throughout late 2008. In early 2009, an ad hoc committee was formed of each organization's board. Discussions and conversations ensued fairly under the radar. Easter Seals Hawaii, as some of you may know, was approached by SECO a few years ago to do I guess merger, although we're not supposed to use the word merger. And that did not happen for a number of reasons. I wasn't there at the time. But so there were some sensitivities about proceeding with another opportunity, although this one, unlike the previous one, the Ark of Kauai does the exact same work that Easter Seals Hawaii does for the adult population on the Garden Island. Easter Seals Hawaii has been on Kauai for a number of years. In fact, I think we were only exceeded in length there by the Ark. But our population is early intervention, birth to age 3. Out of respect for the Ark, we have not strayed or pursued the adult market, just for that very reason. So Ellen and Norman and John and our 2 board committees collaborated and discussed and conversed and brought in consultants and obtained a grant from HCF. Thank you very much, HCF. And over the summer, we got knee-deep into due diligence. My role was the scribe of most of the documentation. I edited, drafted, or wrote most of the documentation. I de-lawyered a lot of it for the board and for people who were not comfortable with lots of legalese, because some of the language was quite startling. I mean, if you were sitting on one side, it said, all of your employees will be terminated. And technically, while true, we have retained almost everybody, because the ultimate goal is to grow programs and services. But on paper, it can be a bit abrupt. The language, the legal language, the financial language can be rather abrupt. So due diligence continued all summer long. We learned a lot about the Ark of Kauai. They learned a lot about us. 1 or 2 hurdles came up that we can discuss later, but ultimately everyone agreed and worked together and decided this was the best thing for not only for the organizations, but for the families we serve. And that's what you've got to keep in mind all along.